What's up, goodies? Welcome back to your girl channel and to my kitchen, how to cook. And honey, today we are making get a rum cake in the kitchen, fast, easy, and simple. Make sure you subscribe, goodie, if you have not, and turn on the post notifications so you won't miss any other upload. And for all I'm returning goodie, on the don't know son the girl love and on the ready for cook. Come on, let's cook. All right, goodies, let's dive right in the recipe. All right, let's talk about the main ingredients, right? All right, so you guys, you're going to need a perfectly moist Dunkin' irons. It doesn't matter where. All right, goodies, make we dive right into the recipe, right? All right, so this is the main focus here. This is your main ingredients, all right? You're going to need a dark chocolate fudge cake mix. Anything like this will do, all right, goodie? Make sure it says dark on it. If it doesn't say dark chocolate, now get it. It has to be a dark chocolate cake mix, all right? Now, you want to definitely follow the steps on the box. Now, this one says 1 cup of water, 3 eggs, and a half cup of vegetable oil. You want to make sure that you have those ingredients to this cake mix, all right? All right, so, y'all, this is what you're going to need, right? Now, I'm going to be using my bread flour here. Bread flour. Now, if you don't have bread flour, it's okay. You could use your all-purpose flour, but do not use self-rising flour. Only bread flour will do, all right? So you're going to need that. Now, this is the eggs, of course. We're going to add 3 eggs to it. In addition to that, because remember, so we're going to trick them so we'll make real cake, you know, real Jamaican fruit cake, right? So, you're going to need your lemon to give it that little taste. Some nutmeg, cinnamon powder. This is some regular shegular California raisin right this up, okay? Regular shegular. And we're going to need some vanilla. Alright, you're definitely going to need some white rum and some kind of a wine. I'll show you guys how to add that into the mix. But this right here, goodie, is your main ingredients. And this is your extreme ingredient. So, without further ado, make we jump right into the thing. Alright, goodies, make we cook with Ghetto rum cake. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is get your cake mix. And again, make sure that you have a dark colored cake mix for this recipe. Alright? And remember, goodie, this is not your authentic Jamaican rum cake, black cake. This is a ghetto style rum cake in a minutes for full a crowd, right? Alright, so you open up your box and you put it in your container and you want to give it a good whisk. Make sure you whisk it because it may have lumps in it. So you want to be sure that you at least give it about a minute or so of whisking. Alright, so we're going to get 3 eggs here. The first thing you want to do after you've opened your package is go ahead and beat up the 3 egg then. Everything, the yolk, the yellow, everything. Just beat up everything, the white and everything, okay? Then you want to add, of course, some lemon juice just to take away the rawness from the eggs that you are using here. Now, after you have done that, you want to go in and choose your wine of choice. I'm just using a regular cheap wine here because what? Well, get a rum cake in the kitchen. So I go ahead and I add my wine and then I add my white rum. Any kind of rum that you have in your kitchen will do. This is Jamaican Ray and Neville white rum. It's extremely strong, all right? So I'm going to go in and add a combination of the wine and the rum and give it a good mix here. Set it aside for a few minutes. Now you want to go back to your cake mix, right? Now you're going to go into a container, not a container, separate this dry ingredients. You're going to add your flour here, all right? Into your strainer, you add your nutmeg, a little bit of baking powder in here. Then you're going to add some cinnamon powder also. Then after you add the cinnamon powder, you're going to go in and add a little bit of salt here, so, right? Just a little bit, not a lot. And go ahead and sift it out. Now, goodie, I will definitely put the amount. I already know me, I use already, but I'm going to go ahead and list it in the description, the amount and everything that I'm using for this Ghetto rum cake. All right. All right, so let's cook. Let's really cook. So you're going to go ahead and mix all of that dry ingredients together, and again you go back for your cake mixture. This is what you're going to do. Okay, very, very simple. Now your rum and your wine combination, you want to go in and add the raisins in there. Just add it in there, right? Remember, this is in minutes, you know. We don't have no time to soak the raisin or anything. That's why it's called Ghetto rum cake goodie in the kitchen, fast, easy, and simple. All right, so let's give it a good little mix right so. Mix it up really nice. If you want, you could kind of put it in the microwave for like a minute, and that's it. You don't want to get it hot, just warm it up. Now you want to go in and add the 3 eggs. Then you want to add the oil to the mix here, just like the box tell you. Okay, so follow the amount on the box that you are using. All right, so go in and start mixing everything around here. Then you're going to go in and add the rum and the wine and the raisins right there. So now if you have fruits like dried fruits, you could go ahead and use that. Okay, all right, just go ahead and put that in. But today I just raisins, I do it. Raisins alone. So now we want to go in and give it a good little mix just to make sure that all your ingredients are well combined here, just like so. All right. And when it look pretty much like that, you want to go in and add your vanilla. All right. Go ahead and add your vanilla to the mix. And now you want to start to add your other dry ingredients here. You want to add a half of it first and give it a good little mix in. And when you had that half, you go back in and add the other half and mix everything in until everything is nice and smooth. Don't mix it because it's going to be tough. If you over mix it, it's going to be tough. Remember, this is not your authentic. I'm going to repeat it again. This is not your authentic rum cake, black cake goodie. All right, this is your ghetto something when you're just ready to make something real quick when you don't want nobody know, right? So you just go ahead and do it this way, right? Really, really, really quick. And believe me, they will not know that this is not something that you just made up 45 minutes ago, all right? So go ahead and give it a good mix. Now, at this stage, you want to make sure that your oven is on. You have to put this in a preheated oven. Your oven should be at 350 degrees in heat. It does take about 45 minutes to bake, most likely what your box tells you. So make sure that you're also following your box, the temperature upon your box. Okay, look on the box goodie, all right, that you choose to use for this recipe, your cake mixture. All right, so it's going to look pretty much like this. All right, we'll have our cake pan here. Don't ask me how big this cake pan is because I'm gonna know. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and add a little bit of oil to it. You could add butter if you want, and of course I'm gonna use my parchment paper. All right, and just cut it to size to fit it, so that way it doesn't fall apart. And you don't know all that step they go already. Make sure you grease it up with butter or oil, and put your paper down in the container, in your baking container. That way it doesn't stick. All right, and you'll see that at the end of the recipe that it really, really works when you do it this way. Okay, so go ahead and cut it out just like I'm doing so. All right, and put your oil and go ahead and make sure that it's nice and slick and sticking to the bottom of your baking tray. All right, goodie, just like so. All right, now if you come to this far in the recipe, you must like it. So go ahead and give it a thumbs up for me. This is the way that you support the channel, how to cook. This is the way that the channel grows, and this is the way that the videos get pushed out to a wider audience. So go ahead, and I hope that you like these vlogmas that are coming. Goodie, it is a lot of work, y'all, but I'm doing it. I'm getting through it. So thank you guys for the love and support here on the channel. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to pour our mixture in. And again, please go follow the recipe, the ingredients down in the description. It's down there. Follow everything that I put down in the description for you guys, all right? So that way you could get it right the first time, y'all, all right? This kind of a recipe, you could either make it extremely moist, or you could make it more like a densey. But make sure that you're following whatever I put down in the description for you guys. Okay, so you could have your Ghetto rum cake in a minute for fool up anybody. All right, so smooth it out the best of your ability. All right, and give it a little tap, 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 of course, to get out any extra bubble that may be in there. And it's not going to be a whole lot of bubble because it's not as runny as when you're making the authentic rum cake. But that is how it looks. I put it in the oven, let it bake for 45 minutes. 45 minutes, I come back. That's what we have. Take it out of the baking container and let it sit for a few minutes, right? Just to cool it down a little bit, but not too much, because I did go in and add some butter, some melted butter on top. Now, that is what the texture is going to look like, okay? Because remember, you use the box. You didn't go all the way naturally, you use the box. So it's going to look like that. The bottom is going to be nice and smooth to the touch because you did use your butter or oil in the bottom. Like I said, I'm using some melted butter on top, you guys, just to moisten it up a little bit. And I definitely did go back and cover it up and let it sit for maybe, I'll say 15 minutes before everybody started going wild and eating away, okay? And I did have my first slice, y'all, okay? So yeah, that's what it looks like when you put the butter on there. Okay, it's definitely going to come out like that because you're using the box and you're using the bread flour. So it's definitely going to have a more of a dense texture. Okay, but it's still going to taste mad good, mad good. I did add a little bit, sprinkle a little bit of powdered sugar on there, honey. Because I didn't add any additional sugar. So I did add some powdered sugar to it. And baby, when you cut into this thing here, okay? You talk about flavor and you talk about texture, right? So you will not believe how good this thing tastes until you actually try it, okay? Look at that. Look at that. Perfect, you guys. This is perfect. Absolutely perfect. And when you talk about rum cake, this is definitely not recommended for children, all right? But that is what it looks like, you guys. It turned out absolutely amazing. Get a rum cake in the kitchen. Fast, easy, and simple, y'all. I did add some, you know, for fool them up, I did add some cherries all over, and I'm going to be taking the first slice, of course. It was so good, you guys. Just be sure that you loving the recipe. Tell a friend for tell a friend. Go there, bring them, come and send them, come, because I'm waiting. And when I get done doing all of that, tell me what I want to see me cook next in my kitchen. And remember, as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen, enjoy.